deep breath. There you go. One more time. Nice deep breath. Breathe in. Hold on to it. There you go. Let it go. It's Shabbat. It's a beautiful Shabbat. Because we have an amazing confirmation class. We have incredible graduates. And most importantly, we are blessed with family and friends. So allow our voices to rise up in joy and in song. Cantor, please.
Join in with us.
Shabbat Shalom. So, before we get started and as we get started, I want to just take a moment to address the elephant in the living room. Today has been a very hard day. 10 people killed in Santa Fe, Texas at a high school. Again, another school shooting, the 18th in the year 2018. When will it end? I don't know. There are so many layers to it. There are so many pieces to it, from gun violence prevention to also mental health, to also how we treat one another. So we take a moment because I don't know about all of you, but it has been weighing on me. We've been watching the news. News comes at us at a fast rate, faster than we could ever imagine. The minute something happens, it's out on Twitter, it's on Snapchat, it is on Facebook, it is in the news, and we're inundated with it. So I want to take a moment to allow us to just be in that moment of reality, be in that moment of allowing ourselves to take in what happened today and what we've seen throughout this year and the reality of our world. Our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the families, but with the work of our hands, we can do so much together, working together to create change in our world on so many different levels. By the way, nonpartisan. How it is that we make our world a better place just by loving one another. Love your neighbor as yourself. So, we take that moment of sadness and pain, and now I'm going to ask you that now that we've taken that moment and we've addressed it, and we're not putting it away, we're not going to put it behind a wall, we're not going to leave it somewhere and say, I'm going to forget about it because I don't want you to. But I am going to ask you to just put it aside for a moment. Because, guys, I know we didn't practice this, but our confirmation class, do me just a favor right now. Can you please stand and just turn around and face everybody? Here, these are the faces of change. These are the faces that, and the souls that help repair our world and make our world an even better place. So tonight, while yes, there is pain in our world, now I want us to put it aside, and I want each and every one of you to take a look at these beautiful faces, to look at these students who stand before us, and I want you to be proud. Because each and every one of you who sit here and who are looking at these wonderful students, look what you have created. Look what you have inspired. Look at the blessings you have given. So students, thank you. Thank you for being our inspiration, and thank you for being our leaders, because we are counting on you to help make change in our world and to make our world a better place. You are truly blessings. Thanks, guys. Have a seat. So with that, I would like to invite forward, as we take that transition and be able to just be in this moment of joy and pride, so much pride that we have of these students. I'm going to call forward actually one of the fathers of our confirmation students, Matthew Griffin, who also serves on our board of directors, to come forward and to share some things that are going on. He's going to be referring to, hopefully you picked up the pamphlet here. And he's also a board member here. He's going to tell us about that and what's going on. So there you go. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. All right, so just a couple of very quick things to think about. Our Torah writing project has become this amazing, wonderful experience. And our writing days this past Tuesday and Wednesday, when people had the opportunity to write in the Torah, we had an amazing about 200 people come and take part in signing, in making their mark in these beautiful Torahs. Don't forget to sign up for our last writing days, which will be August 1st and August 2nd, and they fill up fast, so please make sure you do that as soon as possible. And we also met our President's Challenge. Our wonderful president of the temple made a challenge, and we were able to match that. And so we are over halfway to raising our goal of $60,000 for the Czech Torah Restoration Project. So thank you, everyone who's been able to support that project by either writing in the Torah or financial support or just being there as a part of the process. Has been fantastic. Lastly, coming up, we have our Backyard Bash. So please, if you can, sign up today for this exciting event on Saturday, June 2nd. It's from 4 to 9 p.m. here at TBS. And there is unlimited beer and wine tasting, plus food, live music, lots of friends, lots of family, lots of fun. Please see the flyers for more information. And also, for those who don't drink, who don't enjoy that, we have reduced prices for designated drivers, and there'll be plenty of food and other fun non-alcoholic drinks for you to enjoy. There's also, moms and dads, there's free childcare. So if you need that, make sure you note that, and we'll provide free childcare. You guys have a great time. You can sign up online or see our wonderful Scott Singer, who is in the house. He has his board here to write your name, and he can help you out with any questions you might have. So with that, Shabbat Shalom. Thanks so much.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. So allow us to begin our Shabbat evening service with our confirmation class, who will be helping us bring in light and joy as we are going to turn in our prayer books. So hopefully you find your prayer books right in front of you. For our guests who are not here, who are new to here, there should be right in front of you there. We turn to page 2. Will our confirmation class, Yes, and thank you. Jacob wants me to remind us that, especially if the last time you were here was that when they became bar and bat mitzvah, we did the blue page numbers. Tonight we're doing the black page numbers. There you go. Is that good, Jacob? All right, perfect. Confirmation class, will you please come forward to lead us in our lighting of our candles, our Shabbat candles on page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Wonderful. Matthew, will you come forward and take the Kiddush cup for us? As we turn to page 5, and we all join together with our Kiddush. Baruch atah
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Matthew, on behalf of us, all of us, if you will taste the sweetness of the fruit of the vine, l'chaim mazel tov. Thank you very much. I'll invite all of you to go ahead and have a seat. Noah, Jonas, and Jacob, if you will remain up here, please, as we continue on page 6. Please join us on page 6.
May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block, too young, straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer, more meaningful life.
Thank you. As we continue with Jacob, come right over here, on page 9.
We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories, glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God.
Thank you. Noah, you're up. Right, yeah.
Okay. The word I've chosen to describe myself is determined. When there's something that I really enjoy, I put the work, time, and effort into it. An example of this is music. If I hear a song or chord progression that I like and I want to recreate it, I'll put as much time and work into it as I can. There's rarely a time where I will give up and walk away from it. I will spend several hours on it, trying to perfect it. Another example of this is soccer. If there is a skill or move that I want to master, I will go into my backyard on the grass and practice, or I will go with my friends and do the same. If there is something that does not interest me as much, I do not put as much work into it. An example of this would be math. I absolutely detest it. For me, this is a big weakness, and I've struggled with it all of my life. The second thing I need to work on is strive to get better. That would be what it would be. I would be able to achieve my goal of being better at math by being determined and take the same mindset from soccer and music and focus on that. If I do that, I will definitely be successful at it. The way this translates into my Jewish identity is I am determined to learn more about Judaism itself, to question, and to think. I try to find out more about the God that I believe in and who I am as a person. I do this by attending religious school and getting involved in the conversations we have in class. Not only that, but I like to have deep, thoughtful, and religious conversations with my parents. I ask lots of questions, and it's nice to get their perspective on Judaism. It's a great way to figure out my Jewish identity and who I am as a person, and what I really believe in. My determination is a key part in becoming a successful person and to continue to explore my Jewish identity.
Persevere means to continue in a course of action, even in the face of adversity, with little or no prospect of success. Persevering is very important to me in my daily life as I'm faced with various obstacles. When faced with obstacles, it is extremely important that I do not just give up, but I must persevere and get through them. To be successful, I have to do this each and every day, as if I don't, I fail at what I'm doing, whether it be schoolwork, baseball, or whatever task is put my way. As said by Henry Ford, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. My interpretation of this is that typically one will not succeed at first when doing something, but it is just another opportunity to do it again and get better at it, with a better plan and a much higher chance for success. This one word is one of the basic principles that I believe I must live by in my everyday life to be as successful as possible at anything that I do. Not only though is this important in my personal life, but it is also important in my Jewish life. With Judaism, not everything makes sense and is perfect. Reading Torah, for one, takes a lot of time to learn and does not always come with success at the beginning. Because of this, I have to take my time and try to discern what I am reading and learning in the Torah. One of the main things I have to do when learning is to persevere through the hard times when I do not succeed or understand something. Along with this, finding my Jewish identity is another thing where I was unable to grasp what it truly was at first. But by persevering and going to confirmation class, the confirmation retreat, and other things, I believe I was able to figure out what my identity truly is. Not only do I believe this word should be one of my core values, but I also believe that everyone else in this room should try and undertake it in some way and implement it in their lives.
The word that I chose that represents my identity is humor. Humor is described as being amusing or comic. Humor is a trait of an extrovert. To possess the skill of humor, one has to have a friendly demeanor and an open heart. I believe that I possess these traits, which to me makes a good case for humor being close and dear to me. This word relates to my Jewish identity in many different ways. One way is being able to support someone. When someone is feeling down about themselves, humor usually does the trick. I have experienced this firsthand with my friends and other acquaintances in my life. Although I am only 15, I have already had several friends that I have had the opportunity to help through some pretty rough times. I utilize humor to help my friends through some of these darkest times. Being there for someone in need directly relates to Jewish values. All throughout preschool to Sunday school to confirmation, humor has been a source of happiness and well-being for me and my Jewish friends. Humor in everyday life can also be related to helping people in tough times. As stated earlier, when something bad happens or someone just needs something to go right in their life, humor and comedy are the two best sources of therapy. They make you laugh, which releases endorphins, which makes you feel good both mentally and physically. When I make someone laugh, it makes me feel good about myself and even helps me throughout the day as well. Laughter allows a person to relax and open up. It gives them a moment of relief so that they can better work through their difficult moment. Humor is really one of the single most important aspects of everyday life.
As we welcome Shabbat Lecha Dodi, please turn to page 20.
Lecha lecha
Dodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת וגבלה. lecha דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת וגבלה. lecha דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת וגבלה. lecha דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת וגבלה.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד תשמענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו תפארת ולתחילה לה 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 lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה לה לה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונערכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם ניסוחה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לה לה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך ומאורי אורי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלי lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה. Please rise as we turn and we face the door, welcoming Shabbat to come in and to join us. Verse 9. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לה לה lecha דודי
Please be seated.
פני שבת וקבלה lecha דודי לקראת כלה
פני שבת וקבלה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה lecha דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת וקבלה. It is my honor to now call forward Alec, Jeffrey, Davy, and Matthew. Alec first.
The word I chose to define myself is friendship. I chose this word because it's a big part of my life as a Jewish person. When I first came to temple, I was alone until the first day of class when I was somewhat adopted by a buff, scary-looking kid named Max, who actually turned out to be pretty nice. The friendship I made on that day has stayed with me for as long as I've been alive, and I still chat routinely with everyone. The friendships I've made here are also a huge part of what influenced me to come back for confirmation. Friendship is and always has been a huge part of my Jewish identity.
Okay. So the word I try to embody and the word I chose is the word elite. So to me, being elite means being the best, being my best self no matter what. And I always try to give all my effort to accomplish the task at hand. I try to be an elite student, teammate, and especially an elite friend. I accomplish this by looking out for myself as well as others, knowing when to be silly, being adventurous, and always stopping to smell the roses. I try to find the good in everyone and everything, as well as enjoying making people happy. I better myself by being authentic, making goals, never giving up, pushing aside doubt, and believing in myself. I'm honest with myself as well as others. And lastly, I try to apply this to my Judaism by furthering my studies, questioning, and becoming confirmed. Thank you.
The word I chose to define myself was live. I like to live my life to the fullest it can be. I go on outdoor excursions with my family and friends, and it always reminds me that I need to experience new things and go on new adventures. The way I live my life, it shows at my 4 years at GHC. I love camp because I can always be me and my own Jewish fun self there. I will always live my life, and that life will always be Jewish.
So the word that really called to me when choosing a word that defines my life and my connection to Judaism was music. And this word plays a huge role in my life, from leading me to the school that I go to letting me meet some of my best friends, and to finding my passion, music. Music never leaves me alone. The sound of either guitar or singing constantly echoes throughout the house, thoroughly annoying my family. But I can't stop it. Music surrounds me. The music in my life has also established a deep connection between me and my Jewish faith. For me, I am much more spiritually connected to the services now because of the music that fills the sanctuary. The music of family and prayers and joy that engulfs everyone in the service and connects us all together as a community. That's how the simple word music creates such a complex meaning in my life. Thank you.
We continue on page 26, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
גלמל דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל.
בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב. אמן. יהי שמרה במבורך, לעולם עולם מהמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויבהר ויתרומם ויינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי דקודשה.
בריחו.
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמה
וימרו.
Amen.
Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence.
We rise for Baruch Hu, page 28.
Yeah.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
As Jeffrey now leads us on page 31.
This is our hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain, on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly. On the border of light, What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. As Davy now leads us on page 33, excuse me.
As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me in the mystery.
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. As we continue on page 36, as Matthew leads us in Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתן לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. יישר כוח. I'd like to invite forward at this time Lauren, Clarissa, and Ava.
I'm Lauren. Hi.
Hi.
The word I chose to describe myself is divine. There are two definitions for the word divine. It can mean of, from, or like God or a god, or a more informal definition is excellent or delightful. The word divine is an adjective, however, in my eyes, it's more of a feeling. When I describe myself or my life as divine, I don't mean I'm above others or I have a better life than others. I mean I'm feeling so good about myself and my life that I just feel divine. I think it is important for everyone to feel divine or excellent about themselves. If you feel good and have a positive outlook and maintain an active involvement in life, you are more likely to be happy and healthy. As for my Jewish life, I'm uncertain about divinity or that there is a singular God for everyone, but it could be that each individual has their own relationship with God. Being Jewish is important to me, not so much as a religious point of view, but from a spiritual and traditional point of view. Each person has their own relationship with the divine entity. I really appreciate the fact that being Jewish allows me to explore my own feelings and ask questions, and help me define my own divine self and spirit. Thank you.
Music is a huge aspect of my life. I love singing and chanting Jewish songs and prayers. I've always loved singing from when I was a little girl in preschool, singing Ma Tovu through today. Whenever I learn something new, it usually starts out with music. After I'm done with the singing performance, I feel proud of myself for working so hard up to this point. I honestly don't know what I would do if I hadn't been exposed to music. When I became bat mitzvah, I was determined to learn my Torah portion with the beautiful melodies that helped me learn the Hebrew so that I would be prepared for my big day. I am passionate about all my activities I am involved in. Some activities include choir, tennis, dancing, and National Charity League, to name just a few. I'm grateful for everything that I have, especially music. I am devoted to my family, friends, and religion. My family and friends have always been there for me, and I really appreciate it. I know that if I ever need anything, I can always talk to one of them. It's very nice to know that I have people here supporting me along the way. I will always have a special place in my heart for music and the strong connections it gives me with my Judaism.
Grace is my middle name, but it's a word that also has a greater meaning to me. I believe that I'm blessed in so many aspects of my life through the grace of God. I'm strong, healthy, happy, and surrounded by loving and supportive friends and family. I know that I'm very fortunate for many aspects of my life, however, there are others who are less fortunate. Therefore, I believe it is important that I honor God by acting with grace in my interactions with others. These are the reasons why I chose the word grace, to define myself and the values that I hold dear in life and my Jewish life. Not all people have the incredible benefits of health and comfort that I do. Even in my own family, I see how my brother Garrett struggles with autism and extremely limiting allergies. I try my best to help him and others who have special needs. Through serving next year as the Peer Relations Commissioner on my school's ASB, I plan events between the special needs students and the ASB class, and in order to provide the special needs students with support and friendships. With these activities, I believe that I'll be honoring God's grace by helping others using my natural passions and abilities along with my experiences. At Temple, I also volunteer to help the younger students as they learn the same Jewish lessons and traditions that I have learned so that God's grace is passed on through the generations. I believe this is so important as God has given me such amazing blessings in my life, and in order to honor God, I believe that I should share my passion for helping others and making the world a better place.
We continue in our service, page 39.
In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say Adonai. There is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered at Sinai. We bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failing as many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages, your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Mi Chamocha, page 40.
La 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 shel Miriam, Zeheli anu ve'amru, Zeheli anu ve'ameru. Adonai yimlok le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimlok le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la la.
It's now my honor to call forward Alex and Sarah.
What does it mean to be curious? According to dictionary.com, a curious person is eager to know or learn, inquisitive. While I agree with this definition, it does not adequately describe my curious nature. Although I am eager to learn or know about the many unanswered questions of the universe and creation, I am frightened by the vastness of space and the endless answers it holds. My mind, the empty and vast space of unanswered questions, is filled with the same dark matter that is teeming within our universe. When thinking of my restless mind and the many unanswered questions that I ponder, I'm reminded of a man stranded at sea or an astronaut floating alone in space. So many questions plague me. Why is there life? Why is there anything? How is there anything? Is the universe really never ending? Why can't I get a grip on myself? Why does my mom have so many hair products? Although these questions seem to have no real answer, I have found that Judaism provides a simplified understanding of these topics. Judaism allows one to have answers to these questions. My many years of Jewish study have helped me to reach a consensus with my curious mind. With the many teachings of the Torah and debates concerning what God is to me, I have come to the conclusion that I am not sure what I believe in. Rabbi Cohen has taught me that I have the ability to believe in what I want to believe in, but I need to have a reason for my beliefs. Maybe there is no real answer to creation and no real end to the universe. Maybe a majority of my mom's hair products are never used. By accepting that I may never have answers to my questions, I am left with something wonderful, endless possibilities. The hairsprays, shampoos, conditioners, oils, and other products that occupy our bathroom are representative of man's indecisive nature and desire for choice. Although my curious nature can leave me feeling confused and unsure, my curiosity is also what allows me to have choice and create new and exciting opportunities.
I'm not ready. Okay. In this day and age, there's a lack of motivation and confidence in our lives. There's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of fear of not being accepted and fear of achieving goals. My words, though they seem simple, speak to me in ways that you have to keep going no matter what. Send it. My words, yes, I know they seem simple. To me, means that you have to try things no matter what. Just complete whatever you have to do already and just achieve your goals. As a Black Jew, I can't say that I've faced many hardships in my life. However, I have felt what it's like to be discriminated against and how it feels to be told you aren't good enough. From being told that I'm not dark enough to being told that my family should have been killed in concentration camps, I've been able to see the ignorant sides of many people, including friends. We need to teach our children to accept themselves and to accept others. We bring children into this world and force our beliefs on them without realizing what it's doing to them. We need to show them that it's okay to be whatever you are, whether it's Black, white, Jewish, Muslim, gay, straight, whatever. We need to come together and be more open and accepting of everyone, which is something that I've seen the Jewish community do many times. My rabbi has helped me through so much and has taught me that no matter what happens, I will always have the temple by my side, cheering me on and supporting me. And I know that if my grandfather was here, he would be so proud that I find a community that's so accepting of me and that is there for me. Thank you so much, Rabbi, for boosting my confidence and for putting up with my complaining. But most of all, thank you for shaping me into the woman I am today. Thank you to my family for supporting me and literally dragging me, kicking and screaming to temple every day to show me the love I have here. However, there is one gonna skip that. Thank you to Davy and Alec for not making me laugh during this super sappy speech. I had to skip that part.
I'd like to invite Ava back up again as we continue on page 43. She will be leading us in this blessing, this Hashkivenu.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
So we continue with Yismachu, page 44.
Yismachu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismachu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei Shivi Shabbat. Kulam yisperu v'yitangu b'tuvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Uvashvi'i ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat. V'midat yamim oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Zecher l'maseh v'rishit Shabbat. Zecher l'maseh v'rishit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat.
So I'd like to invite forward Alex, who will lead us in the blessing on page 45, along with Allison, Michael, and Rachel.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
Why did I choose the word potential? I chose the word potential because for years now, I have been hearing from the adults in my life that I have potential, but I just don't use it. They say I could fulfill my potential if I were to put in more effort. I would really like to prove them right and fulfill the potential I have. But for some reason, I just haven't yet. I have a lot of potential as a young Jewish woman. I learned that from my family history. I'm a Sephardic Jew with a difficult past that goes back 103 years. My family were cryptic Jews. My great-great-grandparents gave birth to 7 children, However, my great-great-grandmother died in childbirth, as did the one and only son they had. My great-great-grandfather turned to the Catholic orphanage to raise the 6 girls. Unfortunately, because the girls spoke Ladino, they were punished harshly by the nuns. Eventually, they all converted to Catholicism, but something inside of them held on to Judaism. It is because of those deep feelings of Jewish connection that I see my own potential as a young Jewish woman. I have the potential to carry on a tradition that my great-great-grandparents fought so hard to hold on to. Now it is my responsibility to fulfill their hopes and dreams for a Jewish future, and I hold that potential.
Yasher koach.
Okay. Shalom. My name is Michael Sensel. A word that describes me is analytical. Throughout my life, when I face a problem or an issue, I take as much time as necessary to understand or break down the situation I am facing, sometimes excessively, which usually leads me to the right solution. In some occasions, I have found a way to turn a 10-minute math problem into a 2-hour math problem. So here is how it relates to Judaism. Many of you have heard for every 10 Jews in a room, you get 12 opinions. Now, there is a very good reason for this. As Jews, we are encouraged to question what we are learning. It is not an expectation just blindly accept the words of the Torah at face value. We are expected to study the meanings, expected to take the time to understand them, and even relate it to daily life. This is why Jewish people are very analytical, because from early on, Jewish people take the time to learn the lessons from the scriptures, to continue to take new meaning from it, and we will continue doing this throughout our lives.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rachel, and the word I chose to talk about today is pride. The word pride means a quality or state of being proud. Being proud of who you are does not come easy to us teens. As a typical teen, what does come easy to us? Well, these things come naturally to me. A phone attached to my hand, trying to fit in, worrying what I'm going to wear to school tomorrow, always spending more time making plans than worrying about school, wasting time not doing what my parents want, complaining about studying constantly, laying around and watching a whole season of The Office in one day. Having pride, whether it be in your life's accomplishments, your heritage, or your religion, is something that shouldn't be hard for us. At TBS and this Jewish community, I have learned how to have pride. Being Jewish is something that I am proud of. Throughout my life, I've been a part of several communities, from camps to athletics and to 3 schools in between. Friends have come and gone, my communities have changed and evolved, but somehow, from the moment I walked in to TBS preschool, I have never left. I have grown up with these friends I am being confirmed with here today. Because of them and this Jewish community, I have pride in saying, whenever anybody asks, I am a Jew.
See right here, Rachel? And I'll invite Sarah to come up and join us as well. We rise now. We turn to page 46 for our Amidah. Please go open the ark doors. Rachel, go ahead and open the ark doors.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Yahagid Tehilatecha, Ufi Yahagid Tehilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Yahagid Tehilatecha, Ufi Yahagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומר חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue on page 55.
Disturb us, Adonai, ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans.
Shakas Adonai, deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred.
Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears.
Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality.
Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be steered and spurred to action.
Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Page 57.
Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayers. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence.
Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. As we continue on page 59.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'cha na'eh lehodot. As we continue with Shalom Rav, page 60.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tzom b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We take a moment now for our own silent prayer, our own silent meditation.
Oh, say shalom im romav. Oh, say shalom im romav. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. Shalom Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Im romav. Oh, say shalom. Im romav. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. We are say shalom. Aleinu. one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
So where did confirmation come from? Confirming. There we go. Excellent. Huh? You want to know? You want me to tell you? I will tell you, Matthew, because you have asked that question. So confirmation, if you can imagine, generations ago, a while back ago, there was a time where within the Reform movement, we sat there and said, what are we doing telling 13-year-olds they're adults when they become bar and bat mitzvah? Because becoming bar and bat mitzvah, you turn 13, you're supposed to be an adult in the Jewish community. Now, I want to know from the parents, how many of you made your kids, when they turn 13-year-olds, start paying rent? Okay, there we go. Cool. We got a few who did. Excellent. So, no, Matthew? No? Okay. So, that's not what happens. But, when you think about that tradition of becoming bar and bat mitzvah, becoming an adult in the community, in ancient times that made sense, right? Yes. Thank you. This is why I love this class. It's because at 13, that's when, they mature. In ancient times, they got married, they started a family of their own. Yeah, no, thank goodness that's not the case anymore. They're not thinking about marriage right now. They're thinking about their AP exams. That's where they're at. Well, the Reform community went ahead, the Reform Jewish community said, look, rather than saying that at 13 years old, we're going to call our children adults, we're going to go ahead and we're going to change it up a little bit because, the Protestant movement has this really cool thing called confirmation. What a great idea. To confirm your Judaism together as a whole class. So then came this wonderful tradition of confirmation. But it came about the time of Shavuot. This is when we would have it. Now, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. It's okay. I'm going to tell you anyway. Shavuot, what this is. Shavuot is exactly 7 weeks and 1 day, hence 50 days, after Passover, after Pesach. When Pesach begins, when Passover begins, we start counting the Omer. The Omer were sheaves of barley or pieces of barley. That then, on that 50th day, was when Moses was up on top of Mount Sinai and received Torah and received the 10 Commandments. And it was at that point then that Moses brought down Torah and the 10 Commandments and then gave it to Joshua and the elders and the people and said, here you go. So that's when we received Torah. Shavuot is also, though, one of the 3 harvest festivals. So Sukkot is the fall harvest, Pesach is the spring harvest, and Shavuot is the early summer harvest. With each of those festivals, with each of those holidays, those holy days, actually the holiest times of year, we would bring forward our first fruits of our land, of our harvest. It was called Bikurim, to bring forth those gifts of the first fruits. And actually today it was wonderful. Our preschoolers went ahead and they brought forth their Bikurim, their first fruits. And they brought it to the sanctuary for Shabbat. And then they took their first fruits into the kitchen for mitzvah meals to use this coming Sunday. Our youth, our children, they are our Bikurim. Whether they are your firstborns or your secondborns or your thirdborns, they are your Bikurim. They are our Bikurim. They are the fruits of this wonderful labor of love, of studying, and of Torah. So with that wonderful tradition of Shavuot, not only of our receiving of Torah, but also celebrating all of the sweet and amazing potential of these young men and women. Now at 15 in 10th grade, are they ready to go out on their own and start paying rent? I'm going to save you guys. No, they're not. Oh, really? Mr. Griffin, he's ready. Okay. So, but it's another stage. So what do we do in Reform Judaism? We go ahead and we say, wait a second, we want to bring back bar and bat mitzvah, which we have. And so our children and our adults become bar and bat mitzvah starting at 13. They go through confirmation together at 15, and they celebrate also as they are graduating from high school and moving forward into now their college years, the next phase, the next journey of their lives. How appropriate to do that at this time of Shavuot. You heard each of our confirmation students also share with you their words. The 10 Commandments are not called the Eser Mitzvot, the 10 Mitzvot. They're called Devarim, they're called Dabrot, they're called words, the 10 words. You heard their words. Their words that they've been holding within them and how they've interpreted their lives through those words. And those words, there's so many words within them. It was hard for them to choose just one, but they did. And you got to hear their words tonight. So tonight, on this evening, as we prepare for Shavuot, which begins tomorrow evening, we hope you will join us tomorrow evening. We have Shavuot here starting at 6 o'clock with a movie. There you go, a little plug. Torah study tomorrow at 9:15. Extended Torah study after. We begin this wonderful journey of Torah. Movie, the Women's Balcony. It's actually really good. It's very, very good. No, you don't have to be a woman to watch it. Yeah, no, you're good. But also, if you have kids, though, they're watching The Prince of Egypt. Yeah, I know where the adults are going to sneak into. Okay. So anyway, so with that, with this wonderful journey of Torah, this receiving of Torah, I'm going to invite our confirmation students. Will you please go take your places around our congregation, around our kihila, as you are going to take Torah into your arms in a moment and pass it on to one another. And later on in a little bit, when we go to read from Torah, we're also going to have you stand, have the entire congregation stand, because you know what? We all stood at Sinai together. Each and every one of us were there. So we're going to recreate that together. So allow us to begin this wonderful hakafa of our Torah service. I want to invite everyone to please rise as we turn to page 246 with our hakafa.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti, Uneromema Shemo Yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula v'Hagevura v'Hatiferet v'Hanetzach v'Hahod, Ki kol b'shamayim uba'aretz, Ki kol b'shamayim uba'aretz, Lecha Adonai הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש. השלושה דברים devarim ha'olam omer. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omer. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim ha'olam omer. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesho.
Well, wait, Jacob. Now, Jacob, now you're going to have him be seated. Oh, yeah, you do. Go for it. Very nice. So, speaking of our first fruits, tonight we get to celebrate also with our graduates, our high school graduates. So, will our high school graduates please come forward? All of our high school graduates, come on forward. I want you to come right over here with me. Come right over here with me. Beautiful. There we go. Juliet. Oh, okay. No, that's okay. We'll wait. She'll be here shortly. It's all good. Well, okay, while we're waiting for just a moment. So, let's take a step that way just a little bit. We're going to differentiate you from the graduates. You're not quite there yet, kiddo. Almost. Caitlin, where are you going to be going to school? Santiago Canyon College. Mazel tov. All right. Where are you going?
Barrett Honors College at Arizona State.
Awesome. Thank you, Madeline. Danny, where are you going?
The University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
All right. University of Illinois. Oh, wait. Cantor, isn't that your... No, Indiana.
Big Ten.
Okay. Ryan, how about you?
University of Redlands.
Awesome. Fantastic. Mazel tov. Noah, where are you flying to?
California Polytechnic, San Luis Obispo.
Awesome. There we go. Excellent. Mr. Wasserman, Brent, where are you going to, my friend?
Northern Arizona University.
Mazel tov. Awesome. Juliet, where are you, my dear, going to?
Cal Poly Slow.
Okay. Whew. Awesome. What an amazing group of graduates we have. It wasn't that long ago that you guys stood up here in confirmation and also just being a part. You've been growing up here. All of you have been part of our congregational life for so many years. Hey, confirmation class, you want to listen to what's going on over here? This will be you in a couple years. Pay attention. So, truly what a blessing. How many of you remember them all in preschool? If you remember, yeah, we've got a few. We have pictures, just so you know. Okay, Brent's like, go ahead, bring it. No matter where you're going, no matter where your path takes you, your journey takes you, we want you to know and to always feel like this is your home. No matter how many miles you may travel to or fly to, hike to, walk to, drive to, what have you, Temple Beth Shalom is always and will always be your home. We are proud of each and every one of you. All that you have accomplished, but even more so, what you are yet to accomplish. Caitlin, Madeline, Danny, Ryan, Noah, Brent, and Juliet, each of you, the potential within each of you is so great. Enjoy this journey, this next journey of your lives. Mi sheberach avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, hu yivarech et talmideinu. Our students, may God bless you, our students. Like Abraham, may you have the courage to embark on new and exciting journeys. And like Isaac, may you embrace the world with love. Like Jacob, may you wrestle with challenges and triumphs to be blessed. And like Sarah, may your experiences be filled with joy and laughter. Like Rebecca, may you be willing to help others as you continue your journey. Like Rachel, may you be loved by all who meet you. And like Leah, may you be blessed by the love of family who will always cherish you, no matter where you go, no matter what you do. You are truly a blessing, and for that we are grateful. As we get to offer now words of blessing, words of our people that have been bestowed upon you so many times, but especially at this moment. So I'm going to ask you guys, come in really, really close. Really, 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 really close. No, really close. Because I'm going to wrap this all the way around you guys. This is how close you have to get. Really close. Yeah, really, really close. There you go. Awesome. Hold on to that. There you go. All right. Feel the love over here. There you are. Perfect. Juliet, grab a hold. There we are. As we get to offer these blessings for each of you. May God bless you and watch over you. May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you. May each of you always feel God there with you, guiding you, but also, most important of all, giving you strength today and always, and grant each of you health, happiness, and most important of all, shalom, peace. Kein yehi ratzon, may this be God's will. Mazel tov. We'll be right with you. So when we received Torah, it was like a wedding because we went ahead and we accepted Torah. Now bring it, there you go. Okay, perfect. Pull it a little bit more because we got it, there you go. There you go, exactly, lead it back that way. Perfect, excellent. And because it was like this wonderful covenant between the Jewish people and also with God. Confirmation class, will you now squeeze yourselves into here? Come on under the chuppah. Parents, don't be afraid. And so, I'm going to do a little bit for Sarah. And so we're going to be, why don't you go ahead and make sure we got here. We're going to be reading, as we said earlier, our 10 commandments. There we go. From the book of Exodus. And there we go with our first reader. Jeff, where are you? If you will take your tzitzit first and touch it onto the first word, which is vaydaber, right there, and then kiss it right there. Perfect. Close that because the blessing is not in our Torah. Confirmation class, will you please lead us in our blessing?
Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Please rise, for we all stood at Sinai together as we heard these words of the 10 Commandments. Jeff.
V'yadaber Eloheinu et kol ha'devarim ha'ele lemor. Anohi Adonai Elohecha asher hotzetiha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avodim.
Sarah.
Lo yihye lecha Elohim achrerim al panai.
Rachel.
Lo ta'aseh lecha v'chol fesel v'chol timuna asher b'shemayim mimal ba'asher ba'aretz mitachat asher b'mayim mitachat lo aretz.
Alex.
Lo tistachave lahem v'lo ta'ovdim ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkanah Poked Avon Avot Albanim Al Shileshim Ve'al Ribeim Listen I.
Allison.
Ve'oseh hesed le'alafim le'ohavai u'shomrei mitzvotai.
Yashkach. Lauren.
Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav ki lo yenakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav.
Jonas.
Zahor et Yom HaShabbat lekadesho ששת ימים תעבוד ועשית כל מלאכתך.
Ava.
Vayom hashmi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo ta'aseh kol melacha ata ve'et uvinecha uvlechtecha uvitecha avlachtecha avdecha va'amatecha uvinmetecha v'geret asher bereit shamrecha.
Matthew.
Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz et hayam ve'et kol asher bam vayanach bayom hashvi'i al kein birach Adonai et yom hashabbat vayekadeshehu.
Michael.
כבד את אביך ואת אמך למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך.
Jacob.
Lo tirtsa, lo tinaf, lo tigno, lo ta'ane, bere'aha, eid shaker.
Clarissa.
Lo tachmod beit re'echa, lo tachmod eshet re'echa, ve'avdo, ve'amato, ve'shoro, ve'chamarot, ve'hol asher le're'echa.
Yesh koach. If you'll take your tzitzit and go ahead and mark the last word right there for all of us. Guess that right there. Students, if you will lead us in the blessing after the reading of Torah. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. When with Torah before us, we offer a Mishabach. You may be seated, congregation. You guys stay right here for just a moment, please. We offer a Mishabach for healing, for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to think about all of those individuals, take them into your heart with your own, and be able to offer those blessings together. Mishaberach Avotenu Vimotenu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarech et HaCholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all of those who are ill. As I face in your direction, I invite you to please share those names with us. Those who are injured today in Santa Fe. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say together, Amen. Graduates, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and carefully taking the chuppah back to from where you found it. There you are. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. Mazel tov once again to our graduates. Thank you for surrounding us and reminding us of what is yet to come. As we get to lift and give honor to our Torah, Noah, you will come forward, please, as Hagba. We'd like to invite everyone to... No, not this Noah. There you go. As we'd like to invite everyone to please rise as we give honor to the Torah. There you go, you got it.
Vezot HaTorah asher שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 יה לה 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 Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Go ahead and open the ark doors, guys. Confirmation class. Go ahead and open the ark doors as we return the Torah to the ark with Eitz Chaim Hi. Graduates, you may go back down. Thank you.
Lama chazikim ba v'tomcheha me'ushar deracheha darchenu am v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuvah Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
So here you stand once again. You stood here at consecration when you were little ones, just beginning your religious school learning, starting in kindergarten, but you were here before that even with preschool. You stood in this spot when you became bar and bat mitzvah. You became. You didn't have, you became. You became young men and women of the commandments, of Torah. And here it is again that you stand in this sacred spot. Each of you wrestling with Torah, wrestling with God, wrestling with who you are. Will you please do me a big, big favor? Never stop wrestling. Keep wrestling. Keep struggling. Keep challenging. Keep asking why. Why do I believe? What is it that I believe? How is it that this works? Where does it all come from? Wrestle with it, because you see, that's what we just sang. Eitz Chaim Hi, it is a tree of life. Torah is living. How is it living? The words never change. The letters on the parchment never change. They're always in the same order. They are all there. But what changes is how we interpret it, how we look at it, how we understand it, how we challenge ourselves to understand what it means. That's what makes Torah live. And tonight, you're standing here in this place before your family, before your friends, before your community, before your congregation, and yes, before God, You are confirming your identity, yours, not mine, not the Cantors, not your parents, not your older brothers or younger sisters. You are confirming who you are. And what's really exciting is we don't know what you're yet to become. There is so much ahead of you. We sat in that house in Joshua Tree and we asked you an important question. What is your word? What is your word? Who are you? What's your identity? If you could shape your identity and state your identity in one word, what would it be? Now, don't answer that right now, but I'd be curious to know, from when we had that retreat a few months ago to now, has that word changed? And it's possible that yes, it has. So it's hard to identify something in one word. Not for you. You got it. I am proud of each and every one of you. I am grateful to each and every one of you because you bring yourselves to this place. Each of you are unique. Each of you struggle and find that moment of blessing. Each of you climb, and each of you wrestle and try to find who you are, and you fly. Sometimes when you're thrown up into the air. But you find moments of holiness and sanctity, and you ride those moments together. You analyze them, you sing them, you find the joy in them, you wrestle and struggle with them and find something exquisite, and you find beauty in them. So I couldn't be prouder to stand here with you, to stand here before Torah and to look in your eyes and to see Torah. So thank you for that sacred gift, the most precious gift that is you. So we offer you our blessing, a blessing that is, as we have found in our Torah, and actually the blessing that you all helped us restore on Tuesday evening. Each of you took a hold of the feather, you took a hold of the quill, and you were a part of healing Torah. By writing a letter in our Czech Torah scroll, you wrote a letter in the Yivarechecha, in that blessing that we're going to bless you with. So I hope that you find that connection and you carry it with you always. Find your blessing and then share it. Share it with others as we get to now share ours with you.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May each of you always feel God's presence with you, feel blessings surrounding you. May God grant you lives that are filled with good health, with peace, with shalom, completeness and wholeness. And let us say, Kein Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
Will you all turn around, please, and face your family, your friends, your congregational community, as we join together with the singing of Shehechianu, if you will all join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Please be seated. Got it. Mhm. Okay. No, just gather around Clarissa. There you go.
Okay. As confirmants, we confirm our commitment to our congregation and to our community, as well as the teachings and ideals of our Jewish faith. In ancient days, when the temple stood in Jerusalem, our people made a pilgrimage to bring the fruits of their harvest as an offering to God for the bounty of the earth and for the gift of Torah. In this spirit, we bring our offering of the Jewish future. We confirmants stand here today, as generations have done so before us, to make this declaration. God says, "Turn to me and live."
And we, the people, answer, all that you have spoken, we will do.
God says, "I make this covenant with you, but also with those who will come after you."
And we, the people, answer, we will do and we will understand.
God says, "Love one another as yourself."
And we, the people, answer, we are here, we are ready.
Thank you, guys. Go ahead and take a step back right there as I'd like to invite forward Julie and Lori and Andrea. So Julie Hecht, Andrea Wasserman, Lori Waldstreicher to please come forward. And we're going to invite the parents of our confirmation class to please rise at your seats. You got it? Great. For blessing of our confirmation students by the parents.
What joy and pride we feel today as we stand with you and share this day with you.
The satisfaction of extraordinary accomplishments, the fulfillment of passionate, long-held objectives, the anticipation of well-known and unknown challenges.
We have watched you develop values, character, sensitivity, compassion. We will watch you teach, guide, support, comfort. You deserve the blessing, and we are blessed. The journey is only beginning. You can see it in your faces, hear it in your voices, feel it in your essence.
May God bless you as God has blessed us with the joy of your assistance and the splendor of your lives.
Thank you. Parents, you may be seated. Although Julie and Lori and Andrea, if you will stay there, confirmation class, please remain. Wait, don't get there. Perfect. I'd like to invite forward Jody Kaufman, our Director of Congregational Learning, to come forward as well. As we get to make some presentations to our confirmation class. Yes, you do. Because, Sarah, I'm going to borrow your line. What would confirmation or a celebration be without gifts? Exactly. So yes, there are gifts. I gave them the certificate. Oh, well, you take the certificates. We're going to grab the bags over here. There we go. Sorry. But I do want to take a moment to thank so much Andrea, Julie, Lori. Thank you so much for organizing everything with our families tonight and helping to make this celebration truly wonderful. We look forward to a festive oneg as well, following services in the social hall. So we hope that everyone will please come and join us for that. So we'll scoot this way, guys. Let's make a little bit. There you go. When your name is called, confirmands, we're going to invite you to come forward to greet Jody, and then Cantor and myself, and then come back down over here and to see Lori, Julie, and Andrea for a special gift. So,
Clarissa Cohen.
Mazel tov.
Allison.
Mazel tov. There you go. And you can go back to your seat there. There you go.
Alec.
Mazel tov.
And Alex. Mr. Jacob Griffin. Matthew, Rachel, Davy, Sarah, and Michael. You're welcome. Noah. You're welcome, Lauren. You're welcome, and de nada.
So in your bags, as you guys are, or here, one second, Andrea. So in your box, or in your bags, you all notice that there's, some different things in there, including books and some wonderful. Is that a karmas? Is that's in there too? Wow. And traveling Shabbat candles, awesome. See, so you can always take Shabbat with you wherever you go. And also the parents and the families are excited to announce, put it back, Jacob. You can look at it in a minute. But you want to hear this. This is cool.
So the parents of this confirmation class decided that a gift to the temple this year, which is traditional, the confirmation class gives a gift to the temple. This class is going to make a $1,000 contribution to the Torah Check Scroll project.
Thank you so very much for the continuation of that. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So with this wonderful service, I want to again just say Mazel Tov to our confirmation class. Mazel Tov doesn't only mean congratulations, but it means may you have good constellations. That wherever your journey takes you, may you always find that map in the sky of the stars, the constellations guiding you, and may they always guide you not only to where you hope to go, but also bring you back home too. We rise now, Aleinu Leshabach, page 282. Please rise.
Aleinu Leshabach Ladon HaKol, Latei Gdula Liotzer Bereshit, Shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, Velo samanu k'mishpachot Adama, Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, Vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, V'anachnu korerim, Umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, Lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad.
We remain standing as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us. Tonight, we also share with you the news of passing of somebody who's very special to us from our congregation, who has greeted us at the gate, who has watched over us. Darren Jimerson passed away suddenly yesterday. He's Rory's brother, one of our security guards who was especially out here during religious school on Sundays and on Tuesdays and on Shabbat. And we do not have any information yet as far as when the funeral will be taking place. But as soon as I have that information, I will be sending that out to the congregation so that we can be there to support the Jimerson family, just as they have watched over us, that we too can watch over them. We also remember those 10 beautiful souls that were lost so tragically today in Santa Fe, Texas. We also remember those who have recently departed over these past few weeks from our congregational family, Barbara Schloss and Barbara Silver Weingrad. We remember the yahrzeits, the anniversary of the passing of those who we remember on this Shabbat and during this coming week. Fran Arnold, Hessie Bear, Frida Barrel, Charny Dora Borovinsky, Joseph Brown, Saul Chess, John Cosman, Perry Dubin, Jane Bellman Dunn, Rose Falbaum, Abe Friedman, Norman Frisch, Maurice Hasson, Fred Herzig, Sophie Jacobs, Rose Kaplan, Louis Katz, Samuel Klein, Sylvia Saltz Kornblue, Lisa Leonard Cook, William Lenson, Sidney Mailman, Harold Martin, Thelma Menaker, Bernard Rofsky, Marie Reutberg, Shira Ram, Edward Rossman, Maurice Sampson, Gary Schaefer, Max Schoenberg, Herbert Silverman, Sandy Spitzer, Ray Stein, Ruth Steele, Louis Swartz, and Eva Zappel. If there's anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction, please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together as one community with Kaddish Yatom, with our mourners Kaddish, which we can find in our prayer books on page 294, together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olomei maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Kedusha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shlam Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us say together, amen. We are right there on the cusp of Shavuot as we recite our final counting for Sfirat HaOmer, the counting of the Omer. Hineni muchan umzuman. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al Sfirat HaOmer.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, instilling within us the holiness of mitzvot by commanding us to count the Omer. Today is the 49th day, 7 weeks of the Omer. I prayed for wonders instead of happiness, and you gave them to me. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel. And the wonders and the happiness that has been given to us are all of our confirmation students. So, will you guys come forward? You got one more thing left to do. One more. Yeah, you have to eat. Challah. Come on over. This is one of the first blessings you all learned when you began. So here you go. Come on in. No, it's not your birth weight. Sorry. Come on in. Grab a hold of it. If you're not touching the challah, touch somebody who is. There you go. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Hey, Sarah. Come on, this like for your grandma. Here you go, because the baseball thing. No, you won't. Okay? Our blessings come not only from our hands, but also from God on high. You got it. You make Grandma proud. Guys, turn around. Put your arms around somebody next to you. Join with us with Osei Shalom. Hi, guys. Come on, Jake. There you go.
Osei Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'arko Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'alko Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'alko Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Ve'alko Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'alko Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'alko Yisrael.
Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov, everyone. Mazel tov, guys.